Hey everyone, welcome to Youth Culture. This is Reese.
What's up, guys?
I'm Carson, and in today's video is a mix of some fun, real talk. But first, we have some bottle flipping, Oreo eating, and tricky balloon speed run.
Yo.
Simple games, but they're harder than they look.
Hey, but stick around after the games because we're going to be diving into something that matters a lot more than some mini games. That's friendship. What makes it great? What makes it tough? Let's break it down together.
And Reese, I know we've been friends for a long time, but I don't see you beating me in this mini game.
What? What are you talking about? Bro, of course I can.
I don't know about that. Let's get into it.
Bro, whatever, man.
We had the first mini game. Reese, what is
Yeah,
it?
60 seconds. We have to flip a bottle as many times as we can. Hey, let's get set up. Let's wrap.
I got a timer.
Yeah, you got the timer?
I got a timer.
We need that. We need that.
I got a timer.
You
All right,
start.
fellas.
All
right. Ready to
Let's
go?
go. Let's go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
One. I got
I'm
one,
on
two.
one. I'm on one.
Oh,
Yo, no, chill.
three,
Yo, chill, Carson.
4.
1.
Wait, Carson, what? You been practicing?
I show up when the lights are on.
Yeah.
Oh, 4,
Oh no, I don't have any.
Dude, are you serious?
Hold on.
5, 6, 7,
Yo,
No.
8,
Wait.
9, 10.
Dude.
Oh, I'm at 10.
No, yeah, yo, someone knock him over, bro.
Dude,
Wait,
yo,
how much
stop
time do we have?
Bro.
10,
Oh, yeah, what's the
Pull
time?
up, you were doing great.
30 seconds,
Oh, okay.
30 seconds.
I'm at 2.
Wait, what's Carson at?
I'm at 10,
What? Yo, hold up.
11, 12.
Oh, what?
Does that count? I'm gonna count
10
that one.
seconds left.
3,
No!
5,
Yo,
4,
5.
13.
yo,
1.
no, bro.
I'm the winner. I got 13. Let's just move on to the next mini game. It's got Oreos. Reese, where's the Oreos?
Dude.
Wait, guys,
yo,
I
hey,
already
no,
started
bro.
eating them.
Okay, we're playing an Oreo game. Place it on your forehead. Let's just get started. See who can
Jamie,
eat it first.
right? And me. Ready?
Yeah.
First one to get it wins. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, it's in my
All
mouth.
right, let's
No.
go. Oh, wait.
Wait,
All right.
You got it too?
Like way before him.
Tuck the camera. Let's check the tape.
We just reviewed the tapes.
Yep. And we've concluded.
That
Reese
is the winner.
Good job, Reese. Proud of you. Way to go.
I'll win the next mini game. Let's go.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
We're on to the final mini game. I have 1 point. Reese has a point. Brett and Jamie are just here for fun. Ready? First one to pop all the balloons wins. Go.
Oh my god.
Oh,
How?
2.
Okay.
I'm scared.
I can't even pop this balloon.
Wait, I got him.
Ah!
This is kind of chaos.
I'm popping everyone's balloons.
I got so many.
Yo, I think
Wait, I feel like I have
Yo,
more than everyone else.
let's go. That's all the blue, right?
You got them all?
I got them all now.
No, I won first.
No, no.
Oh no, there's
Wait,
one
were
right
you
there.
done?
Yeah. That's
I thought I had it, but Reese got the win.
go.
I had one last
Way to
balloon
go,
over
Reese,
there, and
again.
it is what it is.
Close.
But that was fun. I say we go to the culture couch.
Let's do
We
it.
talk about
Yeah.
everything we've done so far.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to the most comfortable section that we have, which is called Culture Couch. Or you might get a little uncomfortable with the conversations that happen here. Who knows? Who knows? I just want to give a shout out, not to MJ, not to LeBron, to the real GOAT that we have now learned is Reese.
Which is...
Shout out to Reese.
What?
Oh, yes, sir. Why are you confused about that? What are you talking about?
Bro, because Reese is
He destroyed us.
textbook cheater, ladies and gentlemen.
We might have to
Whatever.
roll back the tape on
Textbook
that
cheater.
Oreo game because I think I got it before you.
What? Nah.
I'm not
Y'all,
gonna lie.
You
I
saw
let
the
you,
clip.
I let you have it because I
It
felt
was
bad
Reese.
and I wanted to,
You
make
saw
sure
the
everyone was
clip.
having fun. But I don't know. We
It
might
was
have
all
to
Reese.
review the
Coaches-
tape. Let's go to New
The
York
coach to
on
the
that
red
one.
flag.
Yeah.
I think I remember Reese
Flag.
throwing the water bottle.
Dude,
maybe.
the accusation is great. You okay?
That might have been
Hey,
me.
we'll come back to it. We'll
Yeah,
come
okay.
back to it.
Yeah.
But I do have a really good question for you guys that I want to discuss today. And it's about friendship. A very important topic.
Great topic.
And I want to ask you guys, like, I know we all have friends that we trust. And we also have friends that don't really work out too well. So I want you to discuss with us of what makes friendships work and what's an example of a friendship that you've seen in a movie or in a TV show that you think is a strong friendship.
All right.
Great question. Great question.
Reese, start us off.
What makes friendship work?
Yeah. What is it?
Dang, right on the spot, you're already like making me go first.
The winner goes first, dude. Come on. You know.
Yeah, my bad. I forget
There you go.
that sometimes.
cheater goes
Just
first.
trying to be humble right now. What makes friendship good?
Or like, what's an example from like a TV show potentially that you think?
Oh yeah, I would say what comes to my mind is Phineas and Ferb. You know, like they're opposites of each other, so they balance each other out. You know, like Phineas, he got Riz. Ferb, he's slacking a little bit on that. Phineas, he's extroverted.
Whoa. Ferb slacking on the Riz, bro. Do you know
It's
who that guy
true.
rizzed up in that whole
It's
show?
true. It's true.
Dr. Doofenshmirt's daughter, dude.
Whatever, bro.
Don't
Whatever.
forget it.
Right in college, this guy's risen
But
up.
hey, the point is they're opposite of each other, and so I feel like they just balance each other out.
I see
And I feel like
that.
that's what makes the friendship good between Phineas and Ferb.
It's a great answer.
That's real.
It's a good answer, Brett.
great
I know
answer.
you have a lot of thoughts, so
Yeah.
what-
this
Yeah,
guy's ready
I'm
to
actually
say
a
something.
cartoon expert, so
Really?
huge
Yes.
Cartoon Network fan. Saturday morning, so I believe I know the best friendship in the entire series.
Which is?
Out of Nickelodeon, Disney, and Cartoon Network, and that is Adventure Time. Finn and Jake, ladies and gentlemen. Finn the human, Jake the dog. Loyalty program at its finest. Best
See it.
friends till the end.
Okay.
Adventure awaits. So
Adventure
cartoon
awaits.
Wait,
great
That's
friendship.
the show with like the red rocket ship, right?
All right, Reese.
All right,
Jamie,
dude.
what's up?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
no,
Okay,
let's
I'm
keep
gonna-
going.
not it?
No.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
keep
We'll
going,
go to
Jamie.
the
Jamie.
real people example. Joey and Chandler from Friends.
Yeah. That one's a good
Favorite bromance. They just, they complement each other because they're so different. And big fan.
one. Would you say you could like call that like a three-way friendship with Ross in there too, or is it just Chandler and Joey?
I feel like Ross,
You just kind of takes
he's
away.
Ross
kind of
is-
just there.
Yeah. he's too
Love the
much.
guy.
Yeah.
Messes up a lot, which is fine. But I don't know. I don't know.
You might be too
when he
focused on
lived with
Rachel.
them, it was like
Not good.
not a great situation. But
I think I have the best answer, which is Scooby Doo.
Yo, that
and Shaggy.
Yo, that's
not only do I
valid,
look
that's
like
valid.
Shaggy sometimes, and I
True.
love dogs. I think it's like, just hits close to home.
yeah.
My dog.
You know what I mean? Loyalty at its finest. And
My dog.
yeah, I mess with
Yeah.
that answer.
I see
Bryce,
it.
what do you
actually
think? What's your favorite answer out of all of them?
Hey, I love them all. I love them all. But I do have another question for you.
Okay.
That I'm excited to hear about is what makes friendships hard? What makes
Great
friendships
question.
hard? We can start on the other side. We can start with Jamie.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I feel like there's a lot of things that make friendship hard. Friendship's awesome and exciting, but also I think for myself, like when there's expectations
Sure.
that are like, I don't know, you just have out of friends, like you expect friends to be the way you are towards them or vice versa. I think that can make it really hard.
I agree. That's
Because
great.
everyone's different. Like we talked about, people who are different, like Joey and Chandler are very different.
Sure.
Their expectations for each other are like super different. Like if Chandler always expected Joey to pay him back, you have to watch Friends to know. But anyways, I feel like that can make friendships really hard is when you have an expectation that like someone can't live up to or doesn't live up to. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. I
that's
think
facts.
that can make it
Great
really
answer.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's a great answer, babe.
Yeah, I think, for me, I think it's just really keeping an open mind on what's going to work and what's not going to work. And I think you just try everything. You don't know it until you try it. So if someone's different, if they like different music, if they like different fashion or this, that, you should be open to it. You got to give them a chance. And most of my friendships that have lasted the longest are ones where I didn't like the person at first because they didn't have something I liked. I gave it a chance and I found out that person is
Yeah.
probably going to be a lifelong friend
True.
of mine. So
Yeah.
that's big
Is
to
that
me.
what happened here between you two, or
Yeah,
like?
actually, funny enough, a little story. I saw Reese on Instagram before I met him. I was like, this kid's weird. This kid is
Whoa.
not.
Yo,
that's not what he
this
told
guy
me,
is
like,
not
what?
for me. And then I met
Dress
him.
is amazing.
I know. Well,
appreciate
that
it.
was cool, but I was like, this guy's not
You
for
have
me.
great
And then
fashion, by the way.
I
Thank
met
you,
him.
bro.
I met him
appreciate
because
it.
we went to school together, and next
Yeah.
thing you know, here we are.
Here we are.
You know what I mean?
Besties.
Yeah. Carson's
Yeah.
cool.
Brett, what
All right,
do
I'm
you
just
think?
cool. Awesome. Thanks,
I'm
Reese.
just playing. I'm just
Yeah.
playing.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, what do I think? Adult relationships are way harder than teenage relationships.
Yeah.
And Jamie,
Yes.
you would agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's also because like you're not all in the same space together
Sure.
all the time. There's no
Totally.
lunchroom. We're not all there taking the same classes.
Yeah.
Probably why college is a bit of a transition because you're not all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But
true.
as an adult, like you gotta put in work for them relationships, bro, or they're getting out of here.
What would you say the hardest thing is when you get into like, let's say you find a friend when you're older or like right now? What's like the one thing you emphasize when it comes to keeping that friendship or keeping
Texting, bro.
Texting. Just communication.
Texting.
True.
Yeah.
Texting. You don't always see them. Texting's huge.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about you. I love you.
Yeah.
Things like
Yo,
that.
why are you
know?
looking at me?
Dude, because I love you, bro.
Wants you to know.
Thinking about you, love you.
Totally.
Even like with.
Why don't you
yeah.
text me those things? I'm just curious, not to put you on the spot or anything, but
We could go over some receipts right now.
no, I'm
about
good.
some
All
times
right.
that we-
Anyways,
we've
Bryce,
done
what are
that.
maybe your thoughts on it?
Well, I wanted to ask the same to Reese. Honestly, Reese, I know he said that that Brett feels adulthood friendships are more challenging for him than the teenage friendships were when he was a teen. Would you agree with your own life? When you were a teen, were friendships more challenging or less challenging?
Yeah, and in college too.
Dang. Well, in high school, I feel like all my friendships were just based off of like having things in common. Sure. You know, like I was friends with one dude because we were both on the same football team. We both loved football.
Yeah.
But I was friends with one dude because we both loved Fortnite. I don't know.
Right.
You know, so like in
Yeah.
high school, my friends were just based off having things in common. In college, it's actually been a little more of a challenge, and I'm learning like it's not just more about having things in common with each other. And I'm actually even because I'm going to a new school this year, and so I'm actually learning that it actually takes time to build friendships, and like
Right.
you know it doesn't
True.
friendships aren't just based off
great.
of having things in
Right.
common.
That's great.
And so
Yeah.
I don't know, that's I'm experiencing a bit of that, making friends as an adult. It is a challenge. I can see that.
I feel like you have to search for it a lot more too. It's
Yeah.
not like, because like you said in high school, it's kind of given to you a little bit. And you
Yeah.
kind of have to work with it. But
Yeah.
in college, since I'm kind
great.
of on the same shoes you are, you definitely have to work for it. So
That's great.
Yeah.
just add on to
Put
that.
more
so.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
great.
this is a good conversation.
You want to know who's a great texter, great at maintaining relationships? Bryce Middleton, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Middleton is the
All right,
best,
okay,
the
I'm
world's
only
best
clapper.
Hey, I clapped.
texter.
You know
That's
who's
good.
good. Let me tell you all who's good at representing the American flag. It is red, white, and blue on the couch right now. Reese,
that's
Brett, and
hilarious.
Carson in order,
Yo.
unplanned. I heard.
Yeah,
more-
this
this
is
is
funny.
more of a
I-
light
I-
gray.
This
Notice.
is not scripted
This
at
is
all.
more of a light gray.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we
got
have
a
the
white shirt.
star on the flag, Miss Jamie over
Yeah.
here
Oh.
as a star. And
There
speaking
it
of
is.
Jamie, let's toss this conversation to her and let her tell us what the Bible says about friendships.
Let's do it.
Okay, that conversation was so much fun talking about friendship. And I feel like an overarching theme that we were getting at is that learning how you have to put effort into friendships. And sometimes you have to actually initiate friendships. And what I'm excited about is we're going to look at a story where Jesus actually initiates friendship with a man. So Jesus and his disciples, they're on their way to Jerusalem, and they're often traveling in just the story of Jesus. And so they're passing through this place called Jericho, where there's this very wealthy man who oversees a bunch of tax collectors who are not great guys. His name is Zacchaeus. He's known as like a short man. You've probably heard of him before, but he's a little guy. And so there's this huge crowd following Jesus, and Zacchaeus just wants a glimpse of him. So he decides, I'm going to climb up a tree. Yep, that's right. He's going to climb up this tree. He's not like a little kid. He's an older guy, but he decides, I'm going to climb up this tree and get a glimpse of Jesus. And so he does. He gets up there. He sees him. And Jesus, remember, is surrounded by all these people. And he goes, hey, Zacchaeus, get down from that tree. I'm actually going to come stay at your place today. I'm going to come over and hang out with you. And Zacchaeus is so honored. He's like so excited. I can't believe Jesus chose me. Why me out of anyone? And then there's other people there that were not very happy about this because Zacchaeus isn't known as a great guy. A lot of people look at Zacchaeus as a crook, and so they're so confused. Why would Jesus want to spend time with a crook? But that didn't stop Jesus, and so him and Zacchaeus start hanging out. And what I love the most about this story is that Zacchaeus spends this one moment with Jesus and is completely transformed. I don't know if you've ever had a moment with Jesus where you're just transformed, but Zacchaeus has this moment and he says, you know what? I'm going to give everything that I own to the poor, like everything I own. And to anyone that I've ever stole from, I'm going to pay them back 4 times. That's like
a lot. I don't know if you've ever paid someone back, but imagine doing it times 4. And he's stolen from a lot of people. But it was just something about this moment with Jesus where he was like, I'm transformed. Like, I can't be the way that I was before. And when we look at this story, I just have a couple of points. But what is so incredible is, first of all, we get to see how Jesus actually expresses his friendships to us. Did you know that Jesus sees you as a friend? And even in Proverbs, it talks about how we have a friend that sticks closer than a brother. That is Jesus. He initiates this friendship with us. Seeing the way that he initiates a friendship with Zacchaeus, he calls him down from a tree and he says, hey, I'm gonna hang out with you. Like, I'm inviting myself over. That's a friendship, if you know what I mean. Like, you have those friends ever that come over to your house and they just open the fridge, like they don't ask anything. That is like initiating a friendship to a T. And that's exactly what Jesus does. And what I love so much when I read this story and I look at it and I see, okay, Jesus was such an initiator. What could we do? It makes me think, how can I initiate friendships with people? Who is it in my life that, maybe I should reach out to them. Maybe I should just invite myself over and say, hey, I'm coming to hang out with you. But Jesus has this with Zacchaeus, and he has this with you and I. I don't know if you know this, but Jesus even tells his disciples, I cannot remember what verse it is, but he says this, you're actually not even my servants anymore, because servants don't know what their masters are up to. But you are now my friends. I've invited you along on the journey. And if you didn't know this, Jesus has initiated a friendship with you. And maybe you're watching this, you're listening, and you're like, I've never experienced that. There's a lot of times in our life where we don't realize that, but Jesus shows us through this story, I'm initiating a friendship with every single one of you. It's actually a promise that he puts in the Bible. And so the second point that I have is that Jesus is even willing to sacrifice his reputation to be in a relationship with us. When you look at this story and you look at Zacchaeus and who he was, like I've said, he was a crook. He was not known as like this great guy that people wanted to be friends with, that people wanted to be around, but he was actually a bad guy. And Jesus called him out of a huge crowd of people, where I'm sure there were a ton of people who just were kind of average, ordinary, like good people, didn't really do anything wrong, definitely weren't stealing from people. And yet Jesus chose Zacchaeus. He said, hey, you come down from that tree. I want to spend time with you. And what I love so much about that is that Jesus shows us we should actually be initiating friendships with people that we wouldn't necessarily like gravitate towards. And when I think about this, I'm like, okay, who is it like in the lunchroom? Who is it on my sports team? Who is it that I see at work that I'm a little nervous? Like, I sometimes have felt like, oh, I should go talk to them, but I'm kind of afraid of what people are gonna think. That is so normal. Like, I'm not calling you out, because I've definitely had moments like that. I'm like, if I go talk to them, then this group of people is gonna associate me with them. You know what I mean? But that isn't what Jesus cares about. He cares about each and every one of us knowing that he loves us, that he wants a relationship with us. And maybe you've felt like that person before, where people aren't initiating friendships with you, or people aren't coming to you, or wow, I'm always sitting by myself. Sometimes I have to go sit in my math class and hang out with my math teacher because no one wants to sit with me. Know this, that Jesus wants a friendship with you. And there are other people who do too, but most important is that Jesus does. He wants to know you. He wants to be in relationship with you. He cares about you. There's nothing you can do that's gonna take away from that. Jesus loves you, and he wants to be with you. And he shows us this in this story. And what I love is that he is so vulnerable. He is open, and because of the vulnerability that Jesus has with us, where he'll put himself on the line, we're able to be vulnerable with other people. And so how can we initiate friendships with people in that same way that Jesus initiates friendship with us? What would it look like for you to maybe go out of your comfort zone and make friends with someone who from the outside you wouldn't normally approach? I know that's a lot to ask and it is scary, but just think about it. What would that look like? What if you just decided, okay, you know what, today's the day. I'm gonna go talk to that person. I'm gonna make them feel seen and known, because that's what Jesus does. Jesus made Zacchaeus feel seen and known. He called him out of that tree. Jesus has done that with you. And because he's done that with you, he does that with us. So let's think about this. How can we initiate friendships with people in the same way that Jesus initiates friendships with us? If you're in a room, if you're watching a weekly service together with some friends, let's talk about that. What would it look like for you to go out of your comfort zone to make friends with someone that you wouldn't normally approach? Now that we've heard what the Bible has to say about friendship, let's toss it back to the studio and wrap it up.
So we've had some fun with games today, but more importantly, we talked about what it's like to be a true friend. Whether it's reaching out to someone new or being there for a friend when it's not convenient, we've got the opportunity to make our friendship stronger every day.
Now it's your turn. Think about how you can take the first step in your friendship, just how Jesus did with Zacchaeus. Maybe it's reaching out, maybe it's texting someone, maybe it's apologizing first. Whatever it is, don't wait. Make a move.
Yeah, hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss what's next. And let us know in the comments, what's one thing you're going to do this week to be a better friend? Hey, we'll see you guys soon.
Oreos?
Wait, we got more Oreos?
Let's go.
Oh, hold up.